Greetings to one and all present here. We hope that you and your families are safe and healthy. I would request everyone to please turn on your video. So it gives us immense warmth and great pleasure to grace all your presence in the interest of the entire renewable energy sector. Before we begin this webinar, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you who sincerely committed to this webinar to make it a success. This event would have been impossible without the support of each and everyone present here. Before we go on further, I want to review the functionality of GoToWebinar. Your active participation is important throughout the session. Right now, I have everyone on mute to avoid the background noises that may distract you from listening to the webinar. Throughout the webinar, someone from our staff will be managing the chat functionality, so you can enter your questions and comments in the chat box throughout the presentation, which will be taken up at the end of the webinar. It gives me tremendous contentment to introduce the most esteemed personalities who have won accolades in their respective fields. Now we move on to the next speaker, Mr. Tusharjeet sir, who is the proprietor of Saurya Urja Technology. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, so I hope the screen is visible to everyone, right?
Sir.
So I'll start with my presentation. We are Saurya Urja Technology, and we are a Delhi NCR based solar EPC and a lithium-ion battery manufacturing company. This is about us, that we are a solar EPC company. We provide sustainable energy solutions through deployment of technology and innovation. We have a wide range of lithium-ion batteries for different applications such as EV, storage, traction, and other special applications. Then we are also one-stop solution for battery manufacturers. We design batteries according to their specific demands and their specific dimensions. And we have, I would like to say this very proudly, that we have in-house R&D team, and which gives us an edge over the other competitors. We have around 20,000 square feet of production facility with world-class assembly equipments in Noida. I am the founder of the company. I had recently won the Indian Achievers Award 2020 and the Indian Achievers Award for Young Entrepreneur. And this is the visionary, Mr. Pawan Bhardwaj. He is the one because of which Saurya Urja Technology came into existence, and he is the one behind, like he's the one who has been a continuous support throughout our journey. And because of his vision, during this time of pandemic also, we are able to work on a 7 megawatt project and a 500 kilowatt project. So whatever we are today is just because of his vision. So we come to the topic of the seminar, that is shaping the future with renewable energy, that is India by 2030. So firstly, we should know what is renewable energy and why renewable energy. So generating energy that produces no greenhouse gas emissions from fossil fuels and reduces some types of air pollution. Basically, renewable energy is a clean energy. And when we talk about fossil fuels, we know that fossil fuels create environment pollution. It generates chemicals which are harmful for humans as well as to the nature. So creating economic development and jobs in manufacturing, installation, and many more. So this is the basic requirement, that why renewable energy is required. Then we talk about India. So with a current population of 1.4 billion, India stands on rank 3 in global energy market. First one is United States of America, then China, then India. Then we talk about the generated capacity of renewables versus total generation capacity in December 2019. So we see that around 22.95% of India's installed electricity generation capacity is from renewable energy sources. And when we talk about November 2020, we can see a sudden rise of around 14% of India's installed electricity generation capacity is from renewable energy. That is around 36.46%. That is a very good progress when it comes to renewable energy. And when we talk about India's renewable energy target by 2022, we can see that India aims around 175 gigawatts of energy, wherein 5 gigawatt is from small hydro projects, 10 gigawatt is from biomass, and 40 gigawatts is from rooftop solar. And when we consider about wind, it is around 60 gigawatt and 60 gigawatt from solar for photovoltaic energy. And now we must be thinking that how can we achieve it. So when we talk about 2030, that is 9 years down the line, so we can't progress and we can't think of the future without new innovations and new technologies in the market. So when we talk about particularly about the solar innovations, the three types of highly investigated semiconducting materials of today are crystalline silicon, thin films, and PSCs. These are perovskite solar cells. When we talk about crystalline silicon, we all know that these are the most used semiconducting materials in panels. The only problem with them is that they lack efficiency of, they almost have around 30% of efficiency. And the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, that is NREL, is developing a high efficiency crystalline PV, which includes 3 to 5 multi-junction materials. And the target efficiency of these are more than 30%. And hybrid tandem 3 to 5 SI solar cells. Then NREL 6 junction 3 to 5 solar cells have reached an efficiency of 47.1%. That is remarkable under concentrated light. Also, if we talk about silicon-based bifacial technology, it can harvest solar energy from both sides of the panel with 11% more efficiency. So this is another great technology and innovation in the solar market. Then we talk about the thin films. It is second generation thin film solar cells are extremely light. These are light in weight, these are flexible, and most importantly, these are very easy to install. These have four materials that are used in construction. The first one is cadmium telluride. The second one is amorphous silicon. The third one is copper indium gallium selenide. And the fourth one is gallium arsenide. So when we talk about CIGS, that is copper indium gallium selenide, solar cells are highly promising in terms of efficiency. And these are highly economical for both residential as well as commercial installation. And the best part is that only these have efficiency of up to 21%. Then we talk about perovskite solar cells. These are great. These have a great amount of attention due to their low price, thinner design, low temperature processing, excellent light absorption. Next comes the combined perovskite and SiPV material have shown a record efficiency of 28% under lab conditions. So this technology is under process and hopefully we'll get it soon. Then there's a Swiss startup company known as Insolite. It is using integrated lenses as optical boosters in the panel's protective glass to concentrate light beam by 200 times with the efficiency of 30%. So this is also one of the best technologies, I would say, that is under process and will be able to get it soon. Then there is also another development of thermoradiative PV devices. You must have heard that there are solar panels which can also generate electricity during night. So this is one of the features, that these can generate electricity at night by utilizing the heat irradiated from panels to the optically coupled space, which serves as a heat link. And there is one more innovation which is not that great, but yeah, it is. So that is transparent solar windows are highly innovative applications and has achieved a solar to electricity conversion efficiency of up to 10% with their transparent materials. So as Mr. Rakesh also discussed about lithium-ion batteries, so I'll quickly tell you what lithium-ion batteries are. Lithium-ion batteries are basically rechargeable batteries. We must have seen the use of lithium-ion batteries in portable electronics and electric vehicles. What they do is that they tend to have a higher energy density, a voltage capacity, and lower self-discharge rate than other rechargeable batteries. And these are one of the most advantageous batteries in the current scenario. So this makes better power efficiency, as a single cell has longer charge retention than any other batteries. So there must be a question again, that why should we use or why should we choose lithium-ion batteries? If we consider about the current scenario, we know that electric vehicles have started their, like, we can see every second or third car nowadays is an electric vehicle, and even our government aims for electric vehicles. So if we see the electric vehicle sales projection till 2030, we see that if we consider two-wheelers, so EV has a 41% share in 2020. In 2025, EV two-wheelers has around 60% share, and by 2030, we aim of approximately 100% of share of EV when it comes to two-wheelers. Similarly, when we consider three-wheelers, by 2020, the share is around 9%. Oh, sorry, 91%. And when we come to 2025, it will be around 100%, and the same will be transported to 2030. So when we talk about the passenger vehicles, currently there's only 1% share in the market, but we are growing strong. And by 2025, we hope that we achieve around 29%. And by 2030, as the Prime Minister also said, that we'll be aiming for 100% electric vehicles on the streets when it comes to passenger vehicles, three-wheelers, two-wheelers, or commercial buses. Next, when we talk about the perspective market size of EV component industry in 2025, we see that we are progressing in a much faster rate than it was expected. So when we talk about the electric motors, we'll be having around $1.23 billion worth. Then batteries, $1.86 billion, power electronics, $1.47 billion, and charging stations around $0.230 billion. When we talk about the lithium-ion batteries, the government of India has given us certain subsidies, so we'll have a look on that too. So there was this article which says that joint initiative with industries to promote electric vehicles in India. So the department through Delhi Transco Limited has identified locations and issued tenders for setting up 100 e-charging stations in Delhi. And this is the article of 19 December 2020. So we are in a good shape and we are in a good speed for the transformation. And then there's another article which says government plans new policy to promote electric vehicles. Then we talk about, if we are like, as we are the manufacturers of lithium-ion batteries, so this was something very helpful for us, that PLI scheme powers up lithium-ion cell making. So what it says that the companies are accelerating plans to produce lithium-ion cells in the country, hoping to take advantage of rupees 18,000 crore worth of government subsidies. So government is giving around 18,000 crores of subsidy for lithium-ion cell making. And also government is trying to support about 15.62 lakh electric vehicles through subsidies. When we talk about our company, we are currently working on lithium solar inverter. What is the best part in this? That when we know that whenever we set up a solar power plant, we require a separate battery, a separate inverter to store the electricity. But in our case, what we are doing is that only when you see that this compact size box has both the inverter as well as the battery, we provide lithium-ion batteries for the storage and the inverter only in this cabinet space. We are also working on the ESS, that is energy storage systems. We are also delivering projects which are related to the energy storage systems, and we are doing really good when it comes to innovations, and we have a lot more innovations in the future. So if you want to know how you can be a part of this revolution and you want to expand your business, you can contact us on the email addresses and the phone numbers which is mentioned here, and we'll be more than happy to help you. Or if you have any queries or any doubts, we'll be more than happy to help. So that was it from my side. Thank you everyone for your time.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your experience with all of us. And now we move on to the questions which were brought up by our audience. So, the question is to Tusharjeet sir. So, are you comfortable in answering the question now? Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, the okay, sir. Sir, the question is, I am a small scale project developer and looking for higher power efficiency batteries. Would you mind suggesting some batteries for it?
The answer to this question is that whenever we suggest batteries to any of our clients, we require certain technical informations from their end, like what is the voltage which they are requiring, what is the application which they are requiring for, and what is the AH which they are requiring. So to answer this question, I would like the concerned person to connect with us and send us the technical specifications so that we can suggest him the best batteries which he can use for his project.
Thank you, sir. The next question is there any subsidy available for batteries used in solar projects, or is it clubbed with the solar projects and EVs?
Yeah, so answer to this is that subsidy is only available on residential projects. There is no special subsidy for batteries. And when we talk about the subsidies which are there for residential projects, they are only with the on-grid connected solar projects. That means the without battery system.
Okay, sir.